Today's class is on buffer capacity of a buffer solution and choice of indicator.
Now I am starting with a new portion of the ionic equilibrium chapter, that is the buffer capacity. What is buffer capacity? First, the minimum amount of acid or base required to increase or decrease the pH by 1 unit is called the buffer capacity of that particular buffer solution. So let dpH, amount of pH change, if we add dB amount of base, it is increases. As it is increased due to the application or addition of the base, the pH of the solution gets increased, and hence it will be plus, it will also be plus. Therefore buffer capacity can be expressed for the basic buffer solution can be expressed as dB by dpH, or this also can be said that ddpH of B. That means to increase by unit pH the minimum amount of base required is called buffer capacity beta of that buffer solution. Again, for an acid buffer, beta can be expressed as minus of dA by d of pH or ddpH of A, because to decrease, because if we add some acid into the solution, buffer solution, then the pH of the solution becomes decrease and hence becomes lower, and hence to decrease by unit pH of the solution, the minimum of buffer solution, because buffer solution has a tendency to resist the change in pH. The minimum amount of acid required is called the buffer capacity of that acid, is called buffer capacity of that particular acid buffer solution. So with the increase of the value of beta, we know that with the increase of the value of beta, buffer capacity of that buffer solution increases, because to increase the value of pH requires greater amount of base, or to decrease the value of pH requires greater amount of acid. That means that buffer is a good buffer. So buffer capacity depends on the beta. Increase of the beta means the buffer capacity of the solution is higher. Now I am discussing about the working limit of a buffer solution. Working limit of acid buffer, the example acetic acid, sodium acetate. Acetic acid, sodium acetate is an acid buffer solution whose pH is equal to 3.7 to 5.6. So within this range, this acid buffer can work. So this is the working limit regarding pH of the acid buffer solution, 3.7 to 5.6. For a basic buffer, example ammonium hydroxide, ammonium chloride, its pH range is 8.5 to 10. See this, pH is greater than 7, hence it is a basic buffer solution, 8.5 to 10. But importance of the buffer solution, what are the importance? Where we can use this buffer solution? pH of blood is maintained with carbonic acid bicarbonate buffer solution. Inside our blood, this is the buffer solution, carbonic acid, because carbon dioxide in high pressure reacts with water, dissolves in water present in the blood to form carbonic acid, and as well as sodium bicarbonate, potassium bicarbonate, these are the salts present inside the blood. So this forms a buffer solution which maintains the pH of our blood. And culture of bacteria and fungi formation at constant pH. This is the culture of the bacteria and fungi formation, because it also involves in the preparation of alcohol, etc., or formation or different medicines. So this culture of bacteria and fungi formation at constant pH can also be used today's in our medicinal purpose, as well as in some alcohol beverage formations. Now, I am discussing about the indicator. The main portion which is related with the ionic equilibrium is the acid-base indicators. Acid-base indicators are the indicators which actually indicates the end point of an acid-base titration. So acid-base indicators are several, like methyl orange, methyl red, phenolphthalein. So this is the structure of the phenolphthalein. See this. This is the structure of the phenolphthalein. OH, OH, and phthalic acid. So this is the structure of the phenolphthalein. See this. So these are the general indicators which are used in the laboratory to indicate the end point of the acid-base titration. So methyl orange, methyl red, and phenolphthalein. Now all these indicators, acid-base indicators, are very weak acid. Generally, this is the structure of phenolphthalein. See this. After the removal of H+, it enjoys the resonance stability and dissociates this linkage. Again, it forms this linkage to maintain this compound. So very weak acid. So dissociation of H plus and formation of again association of the H plus. So contains two tautomeric form. First, it dissociates. So any acid which act as the acid base indicator, which is act as the acid base indicator, can be denoted as HIN, because very weak acid is this, and hence it dissociates to form H plus and IN minus. This dissociation occurs in alkaline medium. Alkaline medium. Because the forward reaction takes place after the removal of H plus, because alkaline medium supplies OH minus that combines with H plus to form water and hence removes from the reaction medium. Again some HIN dissociates to form H plus and IN minus. So alkaline medium, and this is the acidic medium. So there are two different tautomeric forms. The one is in the acidic medium and other is in the alkaline medium. Contains two tautomeric forms. One form dissociates into H plus but not the other. One form dissociates into H plus but this doesn't dissociate. Rather it combines to form again HIN. And colors of the two tautomers are different. So the color in the acidic form will be different as compared to the color of the alkaline medium. So these are the different characteristics of the acid-base indicators. Very weak acid contains two tautomeric forms. One form dissociates into H plus but not the other, and colors of two tautomers are different. Now I am discussing about the pH of that indicator. So already we have discussed about the acid-base indicator, which has two tautomeric forms. Now pH of the indicator can be calculated by these. See this, HIN is the formation of the indicator, the molecular formula of the indicator lead, and this dissociates to form H plus and IN minus in alkaline medium. Already you have discussed. So HIN is in acidic solution and H plus plus IN minus in alkaline solution. So they maintain an equilibrium. Therefore K indicator, this is the equilibrium constant or dissociation constant of the indicator, KIN. This can be expressed as H plus IN minus divided by HIN, and from this expression we can calculate the value of H plus. See this, H plus becomes KIN into HIN divided by IN minus. Now taking log in both sides, we get log of H plus is equal to log of KIN plus log of HIN divided by IN minus. Now taking minus logarithm in both sides, negative side of the log, minus log of H plus, we get minus log of KIN plus log, it will be inversed, IN minus divided by HIN. So this is the expression just like Henderson equation, Henderson-Hasselbalch. So minus log of H plus can be expressed as pH. This equal to pKIN plus log of IN minus divided by HIN. That means log of alkaline medium, concentration in alkaline medium divided by acidic medium. This is the expression for the pH of the indicator. In reaction medium, pH of the indicator depends on three different states. Number one, if concentration of IN minus is equal to 10 concentration of HIN. This is the first case, IN minus is equal to 10 of HIN. Therefore, the expression now becomes pH equal to pKIN plus 1 because see this In minus, instead of In minus we can write here 10 HIN divided by HIN, so it becomes log 10, so that will be plus 1. So this is the color in alkaline medium because pH is greater than pKin value. So color shows in alkaline medium. Clear? Now if In minus is equal to HIN, in that case In minus equal to HIN means log 0, log 1 means 0. So in that case pH equal to pKin, that means in neutral solution color shows color in neutral solution, neither acidic nor basic. And number 3, third case is In minus 10 In minus equal to HIN. In that case pH equal to, we can calculate this value, instead of HIN we can write here 10 In minus, so 1 by 10, log 1 by 10 means minus 1. So pH equal to pKin minus 1, that means color in acidic medium. So these three are the conditions on which the color of the indicator depends. Acidic medium, color in acidic medium. So these three are the conditions. I am discussing about the defined colors and pH range of the indicator. Naming first methyl orange. See this methyl orange because the equation is just like Henderson equation, pH equal to pKin plus minus 1. This is the range, plus 1 to minus 1. This is the range. But when pH equal to pKin, it actually acts in maximum capacity. So methyl orange is 3.7. This is the pKin value, 3.7. So plus minus 1, that means 2.7 to 4.7. This is the range. In between this range, methyl orange can act as the indicator. So color is reddish orange. This is an acidic indicator because the range is within the acidic range, pH range. Methyl red, see this, the pKin value is 5. Therefore plus minus 1, the range is 4 to 6. It is also an acidic indicator, red. So it is weak acidic indicator, it is a strong acidic indicator. See this. And phenolphthalein, see this pKin value is 9.6. So plus minus 1 means 8.6 to 10.6. The range is within the alkaline medium, 8.6 to 10.6. The color is pink in solution. So it is alkaline indicator. Now I am discussing the choice of indicator regarding the titrations of the acid and base. So acid base titration, we need an indicator to indicate the endpoint of the reaction. Now first using strong acid and strong base, discussing about the strong acid and strong base like HCl and NaOH. If such type of titration occur, then pH range becomes 4 to 10. So if or whenever the solution is acidic, it becomes 4, and when we add dropwise strong base and neutral, at the neutral point pH becomes 7, and 1 drop it remains its excess base, then it becomes 10. So the range becomes pH 4 to 10. Any type of indicator can be used, methyl orange, methyl red, as well as phenolphthalein. So either acidic or basic, any type of indicator can be used here. But in case of strong acid weak base, as the solution becomes acidic, suppose weak base added dropwise, so the acid strength decreases 3.5 to 6, but as the acid strength stronger, this strong acid reacts with weak base, so the pH is less than 6, hence the range becomes 3.5 to 6. So it is used, acidic indicator is used to indicate the endpoint. Acidic indicator means either methyl orange or methyl red. But if we use weak acid and strong base, weak acid, strong base, like acetic acid with sodium hydroxide, as the solution becomes alkaline, initially weak acid, hence pH is somewhat less than 7, but when we add dropwise strong base, it becomes neutral, and in the basic solution it becomes 8 to 10 because it is strong base. So the on dissociation in alkaline solution, on dissociation it produces again alkaline medium, and hence it really needs a basic indicator. So basic indicator is phenolphthalein. But in case of weak acid, weak base, ammonium hydroxide and acetic acid, no definite pH range because both of them are very weak. Dissociation constant is very high, very low, and that's why both of them degree of dissociation of both these acids as well as base are very low, and hence no definite pH range and no definite particular indicator is used in this case to indicate the endpoint of these solutions. So these are the different indicators. These are the used to titrate against strong acid, strong base. Any type of indicator, strong acid, weak base. We can use acidic indicator like methyl or methyl rate. Weak acid, strong base. Basic indicator like phenolphthalein. But in case of weak acid, weak base, we can't use any indicator because no definite indicator can indicate the end point of the acid base titration.